2, 1. Let's go. Alright, intro rolling.
That's legendary.
Intro rolling. And Peanut, you in there. You in there.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Dad Resource, aka Peanut. I'm here with my man Stack Man, the legend himself. We are here with another legend.
Yes,
a legend, no legend higher than this one, bro. I'm tired of you talking about every time I say there's a legend that is higher than I promise you. Only Stack gonna be higher, bro. We got my man North, man, Big North, okay, Big North. Put respect, my man.
All right. What's going on?
How you getting?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. So yeah, here at Legendary Podcast, we are like to start off with, you know what I'm saying, like giving our birthday flowers. We want to start off with the origins. So like, where'd you grow up at, man?
Originally, my family's from the Caribbean. So my mom from Trinidad, dad from Puerto Rico. I was actually born in Puerto Rico, and then from Puerto Rico we moved to Brooklyn, to Bed-Stuy.
Okay, now around what time did you move from Puerto Rico to Bed-Stuy?
It was in the 70s.
Okay.
About 75, 70.
So were you old enough to kind of catch the vibe of there and stuff like that?
With the islands?
Yeah.
Yeah, all day. I still went back. Every summer we used to go back to the islands.
Okay, so like, what were some of the things like you like to do when you was over there in like Puerto Rico? Like, were you close to Old San Juan?
Yeah, we used to do all that. I came from a town called Barceloneta in Santurce. That's where my family. That's where my family from in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
But Old San Juan, all that, we go visit the beaches, all that stuff, all the time.
So, compared to like where you went to next, like was that kind of like a nice area, or because I've been to Puerto Rico twice, and when you fly, you see a big distinction between the have and the have not. You can see it from the plane.
Yeah, we didn't live. I didn't come from a bad family, but where we lived at in Puerto Rico was a rough area too.
Okay, yeah, cool.
It was still a rough area in the Puerto Rico side.
Okay, so how did that transition from when you went from there to Bed-Stuy?
See, when I got there, we still kind of young because I didn't speak no English.
Oh, word.
So when I came over, me and my little brothers and them, because it's 8 of us. I got 8 brothers and sisters. So my older brothers and them, the 5 of them could speak both languages. Because they came from Trinidad to Puerto Rico, from Puerto Rico to Brooklyn. So they was older, so they spoke both languages. Me and my other brothers, we was little, so we didn't learn English. We just spoke straight Spanish. Right. So when we got to New York, it was during them times in the 70s. We went to school. They didn't have all this. So we couldn't. We had to go learn English before we got into the school.
Wow, bro.
So that was crazy.
That is crazy. So
you didn't know English?
No.
What?
Nobody understood us.
And how old was you?
At that time, probably like 6, 7 years old.
Okay. So how old was you when you left Puerto Rico though? Like. So you was like 4 or 5 still living in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, we came over. So my mom had she had a home out here.
Yeah.
In the States, so she ended up coming over there and come work and stuff.
Man, like that's dope, man. So during that time, were there any like influences that like you were noticeable that like kind of contributed to who you are today? Like during that time?
Well, back then?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Back then, I didn't really know too much. I used to watch my mom a lot. My dad worked a lot. My mom used to always hustle.
What did your pops do?
My pops is a master plumber.
Okay.
I do that too. I'm a master
Oh,
plumber.
what?
He told me, yes. I learned the trade from him.
Well,
I picked it up with just working with my dad, and he just showed me the game and told me everything about plumbing.
Okay. So like what high school? I mean, no. What elementary school did you go to?
We went to school called first of all, I had is a Catholic school. It's a place called Holy Rosary in Bed-Stuy. And then all my friends would go to the public school.
PX 262.
262. Yeah, it's called El Haj Malik Shabazz. It's on like McDonald and Marcus Garvey up in Bed-Stuy over there. Marcus Garvey on Malcolm X Boulevard.
So like that transition going from Catholic school to public school, I mean, like you followed your friends in that, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was that like for you? Like,
it was because public school was more relaxed. Catholic school was strict,
mm-hmm.
and they was back then. They was hitting you with the paddle, all that. You had to stay in line. You had to be, you know what I mean?
Right.
Public school was a little more loose. It didn't really care. It was a little more wilder too.
Mm-hmm.
So we got over there. We met a lot of wilder good guys that was out of control.
Right. So I mean, so like, what was the neighborhood like? You know what I'm saying? Like
growing up, it was wild as hell. So I came from a good household. So I had my mom and dad and everything. We had a good household, but outside household was crazy.
Right. And what year? About what time frame are we talking about now, bro? Like, are we in the 80s?
Yeah, we in the 80s right now. Yeah,
early 80s,
early mid 80s and stuff.
mid.
And I
Okay,
started getting in junior high school. I went from PS 262 elementary. Then I went to junior high school 35. You know, in New York, they got numbers.
Yeah.
It's so many schools.
Right.
So I went to JS junior high school 35. And I still in McDonough and Lewis Ave.
damn. So in New York, you guys, the name of y'all's high schools is just numbers,
Yeah.
and JS stand for junior school,
Junior high school.
junior high school.
Yeah.
Damn.
PS, they got
Yeah.
PS 262. Then you got.
So when you was in elementary, before you get to junior high, like what type of activities was the kids in New York doing? Was it a lot of sports?
Yeah, you know it's a basketball state.
Yeah.
You know, basketball runs New York. They had football too. We still play football. My mom had us in everything. Baseball. We had the PAL stuff with the police had like a baseball tournaments. We used in the PAL baseball. My mom's kept us active in every single to try to keep us away from the streets.
Right.
Yeah, so cause during that time the crack era hit, all that stuff going on, the gangs, people getting killed on the regular.
Well, to me, like being in Ohio, right, and when say 1982, 1983, around in that time, you got hip hop.
Yeah, we was breaking.
Like
Yeah.
really coming on strong, right? But with hip hop, a lot of times you do got that stigma of violence that goes right along with it, man. And to me, I thought New York was like some crazy violent type shit. Like it seemed like that vibe kind of went away more just like consciousness in New York. But back then, it seemed like New York was like really crazy, and there was a lot of wild shit going on. Is that true or not really?
Yeah, it's true. It's half and half, but you always have your bad areas.
Yeah.
My area I grew up with was one of the worst neighborhoods in New York City, the whole state. You know what I mean? In New York State. But then you had my neighborhood, Bed-Stuy. You had East New York, Brownsville, Bushwick, Crown Heights. You know, Crown Heights was cool. Then you had Fort Greene. You feel me? Coney Island. All them areas was wild. But during that time when you said with the hip hop stuff, it was good during the hip hop times. You had the hip hop, then you had that. That was something we gravitated to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that joint. I was a DJ back in the day, on the block parties. My mom got me all the equipment. We used to DJ the block parties, all that stuff.
Now during the time, is your mom cooking during, you know what I'm saying, like during the time for other people or just for the crib?
No, she was doing like a lot of catering jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like she used to bake cakes for weddings, to cater everything that she used to sell out the crib too. Cause she was at that time she was still a full-time nurse.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Yeah, she was still a nurse at the time. She got a nursing degree and everything. She was a nurse. But after that, that's where I got it from, because she never, even though I used to see her work, but after work she's still hustling. She's still selling clothes. She's still hustling food out the crib, all that. So I'm like, damn, that's it. I'm like, it don't even stop. Like, you still going at it.
Right.
So I used to watch that. But then I used to watch it because she used to have us helping her. We had to help her. You know what I mean? She had 8 kids. She ain't hired nobody.
Yeah. So like if you there with able body in hand,
you got to work. It was no excuses. Ain't nothing you can say about it.
Right.
Ain't nothing like, I don't want to do it. None of that. You don't work, you don't eat. Like.
Sure. So during middle school, are you starting to hustle, or you just going to school and you helping moms, or you doing your own?
Yeah, cause during that time, right after like in middle school, I used to cut hair too. So I cut hair for a minute.
Man, what can't you do, man?
I just, my mom used to make me dream big, like I could do anything.
Uh-huh.
So every time I see something, and I used to go to the barbershop. I said I could do that. Then my dad ended up buying me. I started with some clips. I started with my little brothers.
Right.
So I practiced on their heads, and all of a sudden, then I started getting good at it. And then as I got good, my dad took me to the spot and got me some clippers, some Andes, the big boy joints.
Man, it's so funny when he said, and I know if you guys are doing the checkboard or the checklist, I bring Tony Ruby up every single episode, right? But he talked about his operation he had in his basement, where he was cutting hair, and he had on charge with like a quarter for them to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Right? Crazy operation. So hey, shout out to the barbers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can start there, you can start anywhere. So
because I did that for a minute. I wanted to be a barber. I like cutting hair. That's what I thought I was gonna be. Cause I like cutting hair. Then I end up cutting hair so good in the neighborhood. Everybody started coming to my basement. My mom and dad fixed up my basement for us, and then I had a place where they cut. Remember, everything like a barbershop, and then. The barbershop, I was taking mad business for that, so they ended up hiring me. I come after school, I was going straight to the barbershop, At 14, one of my OGs got a guy named Sean. He put me on.
Shout out to Sean, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean.
That's crazy. So in middle school, you already got your hustle hand.
Yeah, cutting
hair.
Selling like hats and stuff. We used to go to the city and come back. We used to go to Manhattan and come back to Brooklyn selling stuff like hats, batteries. We sell yo-yos, anything, yo. Because there's a million ways to make bread. It ain't just the streets back home.
Bro, that's legendary, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So, are you having a problem with school or anything like that at the time? I mean, are you doing good with your
No, I was
grades?
good. I was always an A student.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always good. I always make sure, cause I told you we had pressure from my parents, so we couldn't get less than the B or A. B was okay, but there's no reason why you shouldn't get an A. Because if we going ahead busting our ass for doing all this, why are you not doing good at school?
Right.
So there was no reason not to. So she put a high standard on us, yo. So that's why we shoot for excellence and everything. Do all my brothers and sisters.
That's super dope, bro. So now we're transitioning from middle school to high school. You there with your 8 siblings and all that. How's high school for you? Because like that's kind of the part where we all start to feel like we a man already. But you already at 14 was already out the porch. Baby.
Yeah, I was ready making bread and all that. So high school was cool.
What high school did you go to?
I went to school called Automotive. I went to they wouldn't let me and my brothers and all of us go to the same high school. The neighborhood high school was called Boys and Girls High. But I ended up going to a school I went to a vocational school called Automotive.
So wait a minute, man. You telling me you can do plumbing, you a barber, and you can fix a car too, man?
I took a body work. I did the body. I didn't do the engine. So, but as a vocation, I like the car thing. So
Yeah.
I just went there and took up a trade just in case. You know what I mean? I was doing the barber stuff and I said, let me go get a trade. You feel me? Go to trade school and get a trade.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you still in NY at this point in time? Are you still there for roughly for how much longer before you move here? Because like this is where we know you from.
Yeah, I got here in the 90s, 92 and stuff. So during my thing in New York, it was just like my family is mad known in New York, like Smed know. You feel me? My family mad known. My oldest brother, he's one of the biggest at that time in the 80s. So he was the 80s, 90s. He was like the biggest drug dealer in New York at the time.
Right.
So that's when my family was like known. Nobody messed with our family.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. So
That's at that
what
time.
was that having like both sides of the fence? Where like you know what I'm saying, you got Mom Deuce telling you, yo, you need to stay straight, stay down the street. Then you got another brother that's like, yeah, I heard you, Mom, but
Yeah, he was a little older, so he was out the house at the time when he was doing his own thing. But the same thing like that. And then after that time, me and my brothers and all us, we got because it was so crazy. So it was like 13 of us, so like me and my boys, and 13 of us hung tight all the time. And then it was so crazy. We made a pact that cause it was mad little crews. But New York was more crews than gangs. Like you walk in this block, who you grew up with is your gang.
right.
You know what I mean? So at that time, right now they got the Bloods and Crips deep there now, all the other damn now. But back in the days, it wasn't like that.
I mean, like that all come from the sex, money, and murder and all that type of stuff era, like all that type of stuff.
So all that stuff happened. So when we got all the so we it was just it was wild. So we made a pact like nobody mess. Anything go, we gonna die together. And then end of that's how anytime we start fighting, go to basketball game because you couldn't really go nowhere. You go to basketball game, you beat the other team, they shoot up the park. You go to this game, you do that, you beat them, they shoot this up. It was just too much. So we put a stack together. Then end up at 13 we started attracting more people. And then from that then we grew. Then we had our own crew called the Face Heads. And then during that time it was the gangs of that time when I was growing up in the 80s and stuff. It was gangs for on clothes. So we had the Face Heads. We wore North Face. So that's part of my name came from that. Plus my name come from North, being a man of direction. My crew used to call me. Then I used to always wear North Face clothes. And then they had the crews called like the Low Lives, the Polo guys, and the Izar, the Tribe Called Guests, the Naughty Boys. So everything was getting fresh back then, the gangs.
Right.
Damn.
Oh,
At that time. And I was my crew. I was the leader of my crew. So I was leader of the Face Heads back in the 80s, and for about 20 years I ran with the gang stuff.
So what would happen if one of like somebody that's in the North Face gang get their jacket took?
Yeah, it was problems. Yeah, it was problems.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Smed no.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn.
I took Smed to the house with me a couple times.
Yeah.
To the crib. Smed, Smed was like Flavy. Smed knew my whole neighborhood. But after a while, when Smed kept coming with me a lot,
Yeah.
like my whole boys, when he used to come through my hood comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, man, nobody could have came through there comfortably. He used to go to the store, hang with my boys, call my boys, my brothers and them used to look out for him when he's in New York, make sure he's okay. Then he used to be my mom. He used to be my mom all the time.
One time I think I think everything is just cool. Like I didn't even know it was no bicker like that. But I was down at the corner store. I'm down there really rapping with some bros. Like literally, we rapping. North come down the street like, bruh, like you just out here like this. I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was even dangerous for real. You know what I'm saying? But the way he reacted when I was down there, he was just kind of letting me know like things could get crazy in a heartbeat for real.
But
you know,
we still had fun. We kicked it.
Oh, yeah.
Went everywhere, ate everywhere, kicked it. It's what you make it. Sometimes a lot of times your environment makes who you hang with, the people who you be with, it really cause trouble.
But let me ask you this though. So you growing up in Brooklyn, right? In Dayton, if somebody is a rapper, you know, I'm gonna know who they are because Dayton is so small. But Brooklyn, even though it's a borough, it's still much bigger than Dayton, right?
Brooklyn's like got
Like,
millions
probably-
of people live in Brooklyn.
Okay, so do you still know, like, is it easy to know the artists that are coming up? Because Brooklyn got all kind of
There's so many,
crazy
that's getting
superstars.
promoted, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like how like Pop Smoke is from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? So it was easy because right now you know because they promote it like that on
Yeah.
the internet and stuff like that.
Do you know?
Back
Did
in the
you?
day- back in the days you really didn't know too much because it wasn't the promotion like that.
Right.
So what's some of the most famous stars who had came out of Brooklyn around that time?
It was Biggie and all of them.
Well, before Biggie, I'm talking about the days of like Big Daddy Kane back in
Big
that.
Daddy Kane from my neighborhood. Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane was like everybody wanted to be. They used to see him come through with his Benz and all that, flat top jewels.
What was it?
Cause he's on Lewis Ave. Cause I live right on Lewis Ave.
Yeah.
On Lewis Ave. He was up close to Roosevelt Projects.
Right.
Yeah, but he used to come through. Little Daddy Shane, his brother. All
Yeah.
them, MC Light, everybody. We see all of them. And Milk from Milk is chilling. All them used to be in the hood as
Yeah.
rapping and all that. So we used to see all of them when we was little.
I mean,
Damn,
like
that's cool.
Dana
me, it's
Dana
like-
Dane.
Dana Day?
Yeah, you see Dana Dane.
Dana Day? That's one of my favorites, bro.
Me too. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, like to me, it's like when like you watch like the old movies like New Jack City and stuff like that. It really was like that.
Yeah, certain areas, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain areas was. Cause it ain't just Brooklyn. You know, you got the Bronx, you got Queens, you got Staten Island, you got Harlem, Manhattan, all that. So
What's the hardest borough, bro?
of course, you know I'm gonna say Brooklyn all day, yo.
Is he like?
Brownsville was real rough though.
Huh?
How about Brownsville?
Now Brownsville, that's a that neighborhood in Brooklyn. Yeah, Brownsville ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call like where I'm from is Best Style, Do or Die Style, Best Style. Then you got Never Ran, Never Will, Brownsville. You mean no?
What's
small
the
talk,
other
East
one
New
too,
York.
bro?
Huh?
You got Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, and it's another one
East New York,
in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
It
East
start with a B too.
Bushwick.
Bushwick, no. Damn, I'm getting thrown off. Never mind. I'll bring it up when I think about it.
So of course you come from a legendary block, right? So
Yeah.
what was the part when you transitioned from New York to Ohio?
I went to college. I came here I went to Central State. Cause my mom was after I graduated. She's like, yo, and a couple of my boys just got killed. So she was like, you want to go to school? So I actually got forced out of school, forced out here, cause I went out. I went to where I came from somewhere. Then I went cutting hair. For cutting hair, we went out kicking it. Then I came home that night. And my older brother, his name Peter Gibbs. So he was a good mentor too, cause he always used to come and teach us success, about being successful, about patience and doing the right thing, and longevity, time of you know what I mean. So he came. Him and my mom was in the crib with my stuff packed. Like you're going to Ohio tomorrow. I already got the ticket and all that. And my brother said I got somebody ready to pick you up and all that. I was like, what? I ain't going to no damn Ohio. You feel me?
Where had you heard anything about Ohio?
So without no warning or nothing, just in the middle of the day, you come home like everything.
My stuff. Yeah, my mom said, you get your stuff. You gotta go to Ohio tomorrow. You going to school.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, you already got your degree and all that. Just go to school. Get out of here.
So what did you major in when you first?
I'm in major in engineering.
Okay.
So I have an engineering degree.
What was the biggest the biggest transition for you coming from Fast City to Ohio?
It was just culture shock. Culture that's different. Cause like for instance, like I never like where I grew up at, I never see like me. I never went to a grocery store and see white people. Oh, so it was never like that. So when I got, I'm just saying it was like culture, food different, everything different, slower. It was just different. Mm-hmm. It was just like I didn't even want to be here when I was at school the first time. I was like going crazy. You feel me?
Right.
Like, why the hell you got me in this place? Then you know in Central State you see cornfield, you see cows and shit on the way there. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what the hell, son? This
and New York, man, the cool thing about New York from me going there is like everywhere is like it's all downtown, especially when you go Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like every spot is just every building is as tall as the Meade building or the Kettering Tower, and it just goes on forever and ever and ever. So it's like
it looked like downtown everywhere.
Everywhere. It's just one huge downtown, and then you come there and you don't see nothing. It ain't one building there.
It was crazy.
So, but had you heard anything about Ohio? I mean, it wasn't no Google back then. You couldn't research it.
My brother graduated from Central State.
Oh, okay.
He was at Central State.
Yeah.
And then I had a lot of it was a lady in my neighborhood. She always go out in high school and get the people. Her name is Ann. So she used to go out and recruit for Central State. She was a recruit in New York for Central State.
Yeah.
So that's why she got my brother got my cousin, then I came down, then I ended up getting 3 of my nieces graduated from Central.
Yeah, y'all AD.
Yeah, AD. Now I'm 8 damn generations. And I love Central State.
Yeah.
So like in hindsight, it wasn't a bad move for you.
No, it wasn't, but I didn't think because that's why I be telling people, like parents also, like they give their kids too much liberty. Cause your kids don't know nothing, my mom made me do that. If I had stayed in New York, I don't know what happened. But at the same time, I said she made that decision for me because she knew that was the best decision.
Right.
But me at that age was like, nah, this shit ain't going nowhere.
And if it would have been up to you, you would have stayed in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'd have stayed right there and chill.
For sure.
I wasn't going nowhere.
So we are going to ask.
That's a great point.
Like, what was your first year of college like?
It was off the hook. At first, I didn't want to be there.
So
the first
actually wilding.
Yeah, first year I was getting into a lot of drama, niggas looking at me. I was just getting upset for no apparent reason. I had one of my close friends to today, you know what I mean? Still my boy Russ. He from Harlem, but yeah, that's my man. So he sat me to the side like, yo, bro, you know the Harlem cats be smooth. So he be like, yo, B, yo, I gotta talk to you real quick. So you know what I'm saying? So he pulled me to the side like, yo, man, just chill out, kid. Just relax. You here now? Just enjoy stuff. And from that day when he spoke to me that day, I got relaxed. Right. And then I started embracing other cities because even though you see the stuff where I got here, I didn't know Cleveland was like that. I didn't know but brothers in Indianapolis like that. I didn't know Detroit was popping like that. I didn't know Chicago was like that.
It was only New York for you, like
yeah, it was only NY. I ain't kidding nothing else. You ain't from New York, you was corny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also immature stuff. You feel me? Yeah. I didn't know though.
That's cool though.
I was like, yo, you corny. You whack. And then Smear was like, when I started getting into dating, Smear was like the first brother I met. Because when I was in school still, I stayed up here for a summer. And me and Smear ended up getting a job doing a temporary agency. Yeah, so I got this. Smear was already there. I got there, and I was at the spot. I can't remember.
I had no idea.
It was a factory I met.
I remember. Yeah, I met it. I only worked there for like 2 or 3 days.
Me too. I was there 2 days.
Listen, man. If I was already there when he got there, that was some shit. Because I didn't stay at that shit for nothing but 3 days. 3 days is about my max time I could ever work in.
But yeah, because when I got there, but what I was doing when I got there, though, I popped my trunk and I was selling clothes to the whole factory.
Yeah. I bought some shit from him.
That's how I met Sven.
He sold me some shit the first time I met him, bro. He had some sweet shit too.
On lunch break, I said, yo.
Yes.
I said, yo, what's everybody like here? Everybody got money up here? He's like, yo, everybody just doing their work. I said, yo, I pulled my car, but I popped the trunk on lunch break. And I had everybody around my car.
Yeah.
So I started selling at the job. I always had an entrepreneur mentality.
Absolutely.
But I was just trying to figure out where I was going to fit in that. You feel me?
Yeah. Man, to me, that's dope because I remember you giving this long speech about, like if you go to school, then like your classmates are your
exactly.
At a job,
yes, your co-workers are your customers.
You learn that directly from this, right?
I ain't gonna say. Well, no, because I was selling shit too. Like I had at that time, I probably had our Ohio Coalition CDs out.
Yeah.
I
caught one from you.
Oh, and see, so we might even did some barter shit because, like, for whatever reason, that's when we met. But bro, we stayed in contact and became like brothers, bro, from that shit.
A couple.
No, man, for a day,
2-3 days.
yeah, a day or two at the most.
I can't do that.
Neither one of us even remember what the name of this place
No,
was
but I
called.
remember the factory though.
Yeah.
I went to the factory. I went to a temp. Remember we said, yo, I gotta get that. I went to a temp.
Yeah.
And I said, how was like here? He was the first guy.
North is the only thing I remember about this guy.
that was divine, because that's why I had to go meet him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I went there for.
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's my purpose to go in there.
Our purpose was only to go there and just build this relationship, bro.
And from that day, boy, that's like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, more than that. I would say it's more like 30 shit. Well, it might not have been.
I was still in school at the time. I think
It might not be 30, but I've been at Gold for Your Mouth for 22 years now, 23, and that was at least probably 2 or 3 years before I had this place for sure.
Man. So
I don't know how long it was before I had this place.
Yeah, but he was one of the first guys that embraced me in day. It was a Smad.
Yeah.
So another legendary thing that you did besides meeting Smad at a job y'all only for 15 minutes.
Right.
And y'all sold out the whole trunk.
Yeah, I sold the car.
So like you also opened a restaurant while you was in college.
Yeah, first I had in school. I was known for entrepreneur. So what I used to do when I got to Central, after I calmed down, cooled out, embraced like the college life, which is then it got fun.
Right.
It was fun, all the stuff, the band, the football game, homecoming. Shit was fly. You feel me? It was live. Then I started embracing that. I started meeting people. Then I started a lot of people. I started getting stuff from New York. So what I did in my dorm was, back then with the bootlegs, we were still on the tape. So I used to grab all the famous movies up there. I used to bring it back to the dorm, and I used to rent it out. You feel me? So I used to have like a little blockbuster in my room. So I had $1. You get it for like $1 a night. Come get it, boom, boom, boom. Come get it. And you had to bring it back. So I used to rent out the bootleg TV. And I used to bring like oils, chew sticks, all that stuff, incense oils, chew sticks. I used to sell it out my room on the campus. So I did that for a minute. Everybody. That's when I started knowing everybody.
Okay.
I started knowing everybody on the campus. Everybody on the campus. For all cities. That's when I started embracing Cleveland. My man. I got close friends like my man Bill and all them. From Cleveland to this day, that's like my brother too. You feel me? So college did good because I still got friends from when I got there in '92. So right now, we speak today. Like we just at the class. Everybody's up at the class at Old State just now. Deep for Central.
Damn, bro. So like the old saying is, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, all day.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. Because the hustle game, we have a different mentality. Like a mentality is it's not one way just to make some bread, son. And then there's other ways to make it instead of entrapping yourself. You feel me? Because the street stuff, we all know we came from. That's whack because it's going to get you either killed. And I had mad friends, I had family members that did that. You know what I mean? And all of them end up in jail or dead. Like guaranteed, bro. There's no way out of it unless you actually get out of it. And Most High gets completely away from that. You cool. But if you stay in it, you're going to die or go to jail. I don't care what you say. You can talk to me blue in the face all day about why are you in the streets. But it's cool if you have to go there and then you can transition into something real quick. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. But I know for the street stuff, I mentor kids and do mad stuff about the street, and I was in the streets deep in what I'm telling you. You feel me? Right. On the other side. You know what I mean? So it was it's not what's up. So you got to think outside the box. That's why I always stay 10 steps ahead of everybody. Cause I always think why you just going on this? I'm on the next thing already.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you doing that? I already mastered that. Let it go. Now I got that making me money on the residual side or something like that, or some passive income or something. Right. And then I mastered that, package it up, and then be on the next thing, the next futuristic stuff. That's why I like Smed. Cause we talk about stuff all night long. Call us, we be on the phone at 3, 4 in the morning. It's like shit we could do. So right, we be like,
nah.
Yo, you call me like, yo, I got this idea, bro.
Well, when one of us gets like some type of idea about something, we gonna bounce it off of each other. Like it don't matter what I'm gonna do. If it's serious, I'm gonna call him to kind of you know, run it by him to see how he feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know he will probably always encourage me, but if it ain't all the way tight, we'll figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah, we'll switch it up. We're like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. And we'd be like, yo, why not? And he'd be like, why?
Right.
Then we just be going back and forth. But if I got an idea, it's him or my one partner I be with too, man. He gonna be on the show soon. Crypto Chan.
Yeah.
That's my main man. So.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, so he like those are two guys like I really call and my boy Hood too.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely
Hood all day. That's
man,
why.
shout out Taco.
Taco Street.
Taco Street, man. My bro Chan.
Started straight. He
Yeah,
got a good
man.
story to tell too.
Real
He
good, bro,
straight,
man.
Came straight out, got to it. I helped mentor him just for a little bit. He just took off, bro. Doing what he got to do.
So like during this time, like your mom is also hosting like catering services, and she got Bruce Willis at the house.
Yeah, but he came to the house because one of my boys passed away. My boy Wayne from Jamaica. So he used to do security at like in New York when the movie sets come up. They set up for like 8 months, 6 months, not 5 months. They set up a whole set. Right. And, you know what I mean? And somebody got to feed it. So my mom was selling food at the crib. So my man Wayne brought the food up to the movie set eating. People were like, "What the hell you got that from?" He shared it. They said, "Yo, we need that up here." And then Bruce Willis said, I need to meet the person who made that for me. Then he ended up coming in, and we woke up. Bruce Willis at the crib. We still young. He was at the crib.
Time out. At this point in time, you open your door and it's Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I opened up when we came downstairs. We like hear people down there. Back then when adults speaking, the kids don't enter.
Right.
You feel me? So you would hear people adults speaking, but then my mom called us down. It was him. And stuff like that. So. And
this is the time where Bruce Willis is a mega star.
I think he was doing like Die Hard at the time.
Yeah.
One of the main stuff. He came at the food, and my mom ended up getting the contract serving the food at the movie sets.
What that like?
Wow.
What that like for your confidence growing up to see your mom's food being accepted like that, like right there in the crib? Like
it was mad love, because all the stars used to come through, like P Diddy and all of them. Everybody came through stuff. Yeah, everybody, bro. Mm-hmm. Everybody. A lot of stars used to come to the crib because they used to just be there. A lot of people was from the neighborhood. A lot of people was from the neighborhood.
Okay, so during the time like you at Central State, you still hustling, but you get like a regular job during that time also, or you just still?
Nah, I ain't get no regular job. I used to work study at the school. I used to work into the that's where I learned the sound, doing sound and stuff. Cause I worked at the music department in school. And they taught me. And
what can't you do, bro?
I don't limit myself, bro. I don't put no lid on myself.
That's hard, bro. That's a good life. Go ahead.
So I learned how to do sound there. Cause I was always I can tell you, I was in the music industry hardcore. I was getting a lot of people deals at the time too, after school. So I got into the music and production stuff. You feel me?
Like some of the artists you wanna speak on, you give them a little bit of light. Like some of the artists like you looked out for.
It was so many, man. I was doing the middleman stuff. People didn't even get on. I was just getting the deals. Hey, he good. Boom, get the money. Boom. I had to contact my sister, Gloria. My sister G. We call her G Worm. So she was in the industry hard home. She worked for Rockefeller, Rocket Block. She worked for all of them, and she was getting me jobs. Like so, to promotion, I was the first one. She would get the promotion industry, and she would give me the jobs. I hit in the Midwest to be the head of the promotion for Midwest for this artist, that artist, this artist, and then we was taking artists up because she had the connects at all the A&Rs. So I was taking all that looking cool, and then we would take them up there. We used to bring mad artists, or whoever stick, whoever don't, we try again and see what they could do to develop themselves. So it was a lot of stuff, man. I even had stuff with T. I took T up to New York, 275 on them.
Oh yeah.
And Rob Jackson, everybody. I took him up there because one of my close friends, Will, his name is Tink. He managed EPMD and all that. So that's my people. So then I took him up there. We heard Rob Jackson, he was nice. I took them up there to spit, and he loved them. So then we came back, took George, G-Dub, and them up there. G-Dub was at my crib too. He stayed at my house with my mom. And they took him up there, plugged him with PMD and all that, and that's how 275 on them hit up.
We finally got the behind the scenes story of how he got connected.
I took them.
Man, shout out to Marco.
And then DeMarco, my boy, all day.
Yeah.
And Dre Me's my man.
Dre Me's had to come through, bro.
Dre Mel's the first person, because I used to sell beats too, so he the first person that taught me how to do the keyboard, the ASR 10 back in the day.
You can do the keyboard too, man.
Yeah, this back, but my man Dre Mel taught me. Yeah, he taught me because I met him at Central State.
That's my big bro too.
Yeah, that's my big boy. Jamel legendary. He nice.
Yeah.
Play all the instruments, do everything.
Yeah, Jamel play anything on the spot. If you hum it, man, they playing it, man. Him and T-Tuck, man, they busting that shit up.
They garage. Everybody used to come through there. All the stars back in the Westwood over there. That's when I first after Smash, it was Mel took me. Showed me around like Westwood and all that stuff, and that's how I started meeting a lot of other people.
And it's something else that's real good about Jamil and T-Tuck is that they play whatever you want fast.
Yeah,
it don't take them long, bro. They just you hum it or you bring in some old school stuff because I used to love old school. Man, bro, they sample it, but they play your shit over like interpolation. So you're not even sampling it. You just playing it over, and it sounds exactly the same, bro, for sure.
So
salute Dre Means, man.
From your Central State years, besides like the business and friendship that you made there.
In Noble, yeah, I said at Central State, I just said it just made me because after a while, then my entrepreneurship took off there, because after I was sitting out the room, I didn't know you could rent tables in the student union. So I used to have tables set up around the whole union. So I had all the tables, bro. I had a table with movies, and I had a table with clothes, table with all, instant oil on the table. I had the whole wrapped around. Then I was still going to class, and I started hiring people that was off my joint to come work the tables.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we like mad young doing it. I'm like 17, 18 years old.
So you walked out of student union hall. It looked like a vendor set up.
Yeah, I had a vendor set up every day. I'm the only vendor. I had all the tables. So I had a person at a different table. Then after a while, a lot of brothers started following. So I gave space up for brothers to eat too. You feel me?
Right. Well,
yeah, because I like setting something off and then leading the way. You know what I mean? Because somebody got to do it, bro. Somebody got to take the bullet to open the door. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of research and it said you worked at RTA for 2 years.
Yeah, I worked at RTA.
What were you doing at RTA? Because I was working at RTA. I was a mechanic now.
I was working in the engineering department.
Oh, okay.
Because after I graduated from Central with my engineering degree, I worked at RTA. So I worked at the RTA for a few years. Then I got let go. So that's why, and from that day I got let go, I never worked again. Because I didn't like the way that felt. That somebody had that much power on me and just let me go for no apparent. They can't even explain why. I'm like, dude, that's like my livelihood. Right. So that's from that point there when I let go, I called mom like, yo, I got let go from the job. This and that, I don't know what to do. I had a couple dollars saved. I said, but at that same time, I'm still selling clothes. I'm still selling stuff out the trunk. That's when I started knowing people and dating because I started going to barbershops and every weekend I go to barbershops, sell T-shirts and watches and this and that, and that's why I started knowing people. You feel me?
Right.
And then after that, it's, after I set up the RTA joint, I got fired. I said, yo, I'm not working for nobody ever again in my life, son. I don't like the way they made me feel.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, I haven't worked for nobody ever since.
So how much after that did you open the clothing store?
Like right after that, it was probably like a couple months, like 6 months later, I opened my first clothing store called Faceland, right on Main Street in 5 Oaks. Yeah, so I had it there for like 8 years. Yeah.
And then you also opened the cell phone store.
Yeah, me and one of my partners, we had 13 cell phone stores.
Wow.
Ended up getting 13. He already had it rolling, and I jumped in with him because before that, but then between the cell phone store I got into the real estate back in the early 2000s.
Oh, 2003.
Yeah, at 3.
Well,
I still do it now, but I said I got into that at that time, and then that's when we killed it.
Now, I want to bring up something that brings a lot of like nostalgia for anybody that's in date during this time, because I actually went to this, right? In 2001, Cash Money came to
the roller rink.
Yeah,
we bought them there. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we bought them to the roller rink. We bought Cash Money, BG. We bought a lot of people today.
Bruh, that was one of the most like
to the roller rink. Yeah.
Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there was the skate rink. We had it was jumping. They did their thing.
So I mean, like, how did you get into that level of it? Or
that's what my sister.
Okay.
My sister was doing it. She took me over everybody. Then I built all the relationships after my side because she used to book tours and throw me and my other little brother on tour. He would run the tour for me, run the manager, make sure they get their rooms and this. That's how I started meeting everybody. So we out of town doing this. My sister be like, yo, make sure this, that, and we'll do it. But next time we gone away from the house weeks. A week here, a couple days there. You know what I mean? So we away and we just meeting people on the road.
To me, I'm gonna tell you something. To me, I find so dope and fascinating is that when you first came here, you were more or less like, nah, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then afterwards, you realize how much money is in good business relationships.
Yeah.
Can you explain like what was the thought pattern behind that? Was it more or less survival or anything else than that?
You talk about changing my mindset.
Yeah.
No, it was just it was just realizing it's real people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you feel me? I started know, and I know I had a little step because I could get stuff early and come jump, so I could capitalize at the same time. At the same time, make everybody not taking advantage of everybody at the same time.
Right.
So it was cool.
So,
well, I think being from New York, man, you've seen the hustle and bustle. I mean, when you go to New York, bro, and you go to the garment district, and how everybody's approach is, like, everybody is, like, really in a grind mode. And then if you can bring that mentality here where, like, damn near, if you got a hot dog stand downtown Dayton, people think you on crack.
Yeah, for real though.
But if you got a hot dog stand in New York, everybody respect the game. Yeah, if you're selling batteries or
money.
Yeah, I mean, New York, they'll sell you socks, everything, and that shit is like some legit thing to do. So kind of like he coming down here saying like, man, you know what? Everybody down here can get sold something, and bringing that high energy, that you know what I'm saying, just that hustler, just that hustler. So I don't think it would take him long to understand the advantages of him living here. You know what I mean? And then plus with all of the different connects, like when I first got my store, man, me and North started going to New York, and then I went there, and then I was seeing all of the stuff there. We was bringing it back here. Yeah. This is before the term burger existed. Bro, we was getting all that, boy, Sean, you name it. It don't matter what it was, bro. We was bringing it back down here, and it was cool. You know, it was cool at that time. You know what I'm saying? Then a little bit later, people start putting a label on it.
That was the time when it was just started hitting in. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
But we was, I mean, I don't know. I thought that it was real cool because some of the stuff that we was getting wasn't necessarily, it wasn't burger. It was like leather.
No, it was a burger. It was a defected ones. Crooked. You know, and the company they pushed that to the side.
Like TJ Maxx, for example. You go like there and you get some
stuff like that.
Yeah. So
we had an L Connect. Remember?
Yeah, we did.
We had an L Connect. It was all official, but it was just like irregular stuff. Right?
Yep.
Like all the stitch on the shirt. You know, the tag is crooked in the neck. So we like, yo, we want all that.
Yeah, we need that.
We need all that shit.
We need that. But the people who was selling it, bro, I mean, it would be some unsuspecting, just looking like an abandoned big ass building.
Remember that time I took you to the first building? You was like, yo, where the hell are you taking me, bro?
Bro, oh my God, bro, you going in?
You gonna go in? I said, yo, when you get in here, kid, it's gonna be crazy, yo.
Man, you go in looking like an abandoned big building, and when you go in there, it's just completely lit, and every room is a store. And this is just going crazy. And I mean, it's got stairs and everything, and every room is a different store, and it's packed.
Like, excuse me.
It's packed, yeah.
Like, you
it's
can't
just
tell from the front though.
It's lit. It's super lit.
Well, I kind of want to tell, like for instance, I ran into another New Yorker, which is my man Sight.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my
bro.
bro.
I love Sight, man. Like Sight saved my life, man. But he know, right? So I remember one day I went to the store like I always do. And Sight was never no person to like let me come and leave. Like I would be in there and he's like, we don't talk whatever. But this one time he was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, shorty, you know what I'm saying, I need you to ride with me. All right, cool. So I ride with him. He take me all to Cincinnati. I'm like, what are you doing down here? We all in Cincinnati, and it's a building just like how y'all described, right? But we in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
We go inside. I'm like, ain't no way we going there for something like. We go in there and he get all the bootleg, everything, like all the DVDs, everything from the store. And you know, like I'm a Joe Budden fan, right? So I'm like, yo, like I want to get that one. So he got it for me or whatever. And I like, y'all hustle, like the way y'all think about stuff is like, y'all ain't too prideful for no dollar. Like, bro, like I want more money. I want every single dollar that's available.
Yeah, all day, son. If it's like we used to go, yeah, Cypher all day. Yeah. I said all the time. We used to go to the city just because, you know, back then it was Walkmans and all that, Barry. We used to go to City Canal Street, get stuff like batteries, cases of batteries for wholesale from the Chinese cats. We used to go walk on the train and sell it.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
Make thousands of dollars a day and go back to the hood. We used to get water. We started, my brother started with a hustle of water. We used to get shopping carts, go park up right by the supermarket, get bag of ice and sell on every corner and kill them, thousands of dollars a day. And people be like, that's why I say there's more ways to hustle. Getting mad bread, y'all. Getting bad, getting yo-yos. Valentine's Day, we go to the city, buy flowers wholesale, run through the trade, sell wholesale.
And wait, flowers. And look, everybody in Dayton hate that flower man in the club, don't they? Like you in there with a girl that you just met in there and you go that flower. Hey, my man, it's $20. Like,
yeah, we used to get them wholesale. So whatever the season was, bro, you go. Flowers, your shit. People buy flowers, yo. We gonna go buy this by wholesale. And I used to take my crew. And everybody like, yo, Northwood Spot, we want flowers this week, son. You feel me? Yo, we on batteries this week, yo. Yo, we got the Yo-Yos X Light Up just came out. We bought a case of that this week, yo. And yeah, we get it. And my whole crew, we going to make that bread.
But the cool thing about it, though, the volume of people that you're gonna be passing by and passing by you, it makes it possible for you to be able to get all of that stuff off. But you downtown Dayton, it's only like 30 people that's gonna pass you for the day.
The foot game here.
Yeah,
foot traffic.
Right.
People out there and $20 between 30.
And ain't none of it.
It is tough here.
Well, if you're trying to sell them something downtown, they think that you trying to use the money to buy drugs. Yeah, or the stuff is stolen that you sell.
We just set up a mat on the floor. Any corner's popping, set a mat up. We got this, that, then. We don't supposed to do legally. Sometimes the cops will come, so you'll grab the sheets off all four corners and pick it up and run and move to the next spot. Then we go up the block, next to the next block. Yo, we got the movies, blah, 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 just came out.
So all right, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. So, about what time, as far as religion and like, man, just finding out who you are as a person and this and that. Like, how old was you when you started kind of getting into that?
93, I got an essential.
Okay, 93.
93. A guy from Pittsburgh named Aranga came up to me.
Okay.
Now I came up to him because he just looked different.
Yeah.
I said, yo, what? I said, yo, what you are? He was glowing walking through campus. So I was watching him for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then when he walked past me, I said, yo, let me talk to you real quick. I said, what you about? Like, you just look different. I said, you like Egyptian or something? He's like, nah, man. He said, why you say that for? I said, he just look different.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, so we started talking. He's from Pittsburgh. He's cool. He used to be up in New York. I said, where just come see me and all this? And then he was messing with a girl where I lived at in Xenia at the Spencer's during the college time.
Yeah.
And then his brother knocked on my door. I was like, because he seen me in the building, he knocked on my door. I was like, yo, what you doing here, kid? Mm-hmm. You know, on a defense tip.
Yeah.
I just met you early, bro. I didn't tell you come to my crib. And then he's like, nah, kid, I just see you over there. He was talking, and he was messing with the girl right across the next building. And I was like, where? He said, yo, I said, man, we cooking, just come in and get something to eat. And then he just dropped it on me that day.
Yeah.
And he started telling me who I am and this and that.
Knowledge yourself.
Yeah, knowledge yourself. Yeah, who we are is according to how the Bible relates to our people. All the curses everything that happened to us right now is in the Bible. Mm-hmm. All the curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, everything breaks down word for word, telling why we're in the position, why the cops is beating us, why this is happening, why black on black relationships don't work, why everything is in the Bible, word for word.
How do you feel about the perversion or the depiction of how they show Jesus, as they call it, which that can't be his real name with no J.
Yeah, with no J. So you know the J's only came in the 1600s. Yeah. So before that, what they was calling, right. It was the Yah sound, the Y.
I always felt like if you are praying to this person or whatever, it's falling on deaf ears because that ain't what his mama called.
It's not heard,
right?
Because it's not heard. But first of all, that was Jesus. First of all, that was Caesar Borgia. As you look in the book,
Julius Caesar for sure.
Yeah, it was Caesar Borgia painted up after the it was like after 1453 AD when they came and when they crushed everything from King James and everything. Then they came in and started painting the face. That's why you see the statue with the lips off. Because we was the people back then during the Dark Ages. It was us ruling. So they came and tried to knock it off to make us not be who we are. Because if they kept the picture of Christ black as he. In every other country, they do keep him as they still black.
Like India.
In Russia, everywhere. They still got him in the catacombs in Russia. They still show him as a black cat. Everybody, they show all the disciples as black. But America's the only place where they distort the image. But because they had to rule us. But if we knew that we was the people, you think they couldn't stop us.
So
they had to break us down somehow.
So the moment that brother talked about knowledge himself, how much did it uplift your life at that point?
It changed me all the way because I didn't even want to be in school no more. I was like, I'm in school learning this dumb shit.
Yeah. You was on fire.
I couldn't believe it. But the funny thing about it, I seen them brothers in my neighborhood all day, preaching all day on the corner. I walk by them all the time and then look at them and they're like, what the hell they talking about? You feel me? It took me to come, and that's another good thing. It took me to come, leave New York to come to Ohio. Second good thing after meeting Smet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I say how stuff started lining up. I learned about who I really am, and then I went back home and taught that in the streets and stuff.
But to me, like that's crazy because in New York, like they got the percenters and all that.
Yeah, it's very conscious in New York.
Out there. And
everywhere. You see it. I'm telling you. Tell me, you walk to the store to get something to eat. You got the Muslims here. You got the Muslims here. The 5% is there. You got the Israelites over here. You got this brother's here. Everything you walking is like a movie every day. Mm-hmm. You see these brothers every day. It's like a movie walking in New York. You feel me?
But you had to go somewhere to slow down.
I went slow down to get it. That was deep. And I see these guys. I said, damn. When he took me back, I said, damn, I see these guys every day. Like all the time growing up, I see them preaching the same thing he taught me. Not knowing that they were speaking some stuff. Factual, on facts though.
Wow. Man, listen, bro, like, to me, that's super dope because, like, it's literally something like you said before that really goes with that hand to hand. And I think it's something to the fact of you saying, it's more or less like, you're not really living until you can give somebody something that they can never repay.
Yeah.
And to me, you having that at that point in time was right when you need it, of course, because it's like, of course, when you get money, we all know what comes with getting money. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the other pitfalls like that happen. Mm-hmm. But like you stayed steadfast on your road. Like I'm saying, like to me, like that's dope, bro. Like for real. So, where did you finally get the the idea to craft the Agnes imprint?
After my mom's passed away in 2006. Mm-hmm. After she passed away, I know that's what she loved. And I mean, my whole family, because my mom was like major. She's like the head, like Big Mama of the whole family. Like New York, everybody when they come from the house, they come to my mom's house. Trinidad, they come to my mom's house. Wherever they come from, they come to my mom's house. First, everybody in the island be like, go see Miss Agnes. She'll take care of you, make sure you know what I mean, and put you in the right direction in Brooklyn where you need to be. She'll get you a job. She'll get you hooked up. So she was like she ran stuff, you feel me, for the Caribbeans and during that time in the 80s, 90s and stuff like that in New York. So after she passed away in 2006, then we was chilling. Me and my brother were like, yo, man, we just gotta keep that stuff going. Mm-hmm. So my brother, they call him Brooklyn Hall, so shout out to Brooklyn Hall. So he said, so we said, yo, let's get it, let's do it. And we was making money with another company at the time, so we like, let's put the money up and just did it.
So before we go to the next segue, I want to do some kind of legendary handshake. Smeg was in the opportune time to meet your mom. Smeg, can you tell us the vibe, like when you met his mom?
Well, by this time, me and North had ended up being we kept just bumping into each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, really bumping into each other over either Jamel's house. We had did this. North had a compilation album out called The Politicians, and yep. And so I had got on that CD. That was one thing, and then we was just ending up being cooler and cooler. I really don't even know how it was all formulating, but me and Hood, we was on 3rd Street at this time, and we was getting into the Illuminati type of vibe, like the shit that everybody is talking about now. This is like 20 years ago, the woke type build. And so me and Hood was just kind of being on some rebellious shit. We wanted to turn everything down, and we didn't like anything anymore. So one day, North came up to the store, and we got on an Illuminati build. And so we was just talking about how ain't nothing right. Everybody trying to just get us and trick us and kill us and this, that, and the third. And so North hit us like, well, bro, that's because we are the children of Israel for real, and they don't want us to know. And so after we got that, North was like, look, bro, we gotta he said, we gotta read the Bible, but read it from the perspective that everybody in there is black. and they not white. And so when you read the Bible from that perspective, you start hearing these names like Methuselah. You start hearing the tribe coming out of it. You hear that blackness. These is foreign names. I mean, the real names that they don't whitewash in order to trick you, those type of names are all real ethnic sounding. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of just telling you how we got so tight. Where for me to do it, what you asked me about his mom, right? And so once we kind of got that vibe going, that's why we are who we are now, because we were standing on a front together that we had this common thing. He was a business owner, I was a business owner, Hood was a business owner, and I was just looking like, damn, you know what? Everybody who is seeing themselves as somebody that's chosen, that's around me, they're business owners. We got this build. And so I was getting ready to go to New York, and I called North and said, bro, I'm getting ready to go to New York. How I get there or something. I might even ask him for directions or something, right?
Back then was maps.
Yeah, well.
We had to get a real map out.
So he told me, he said, bro, you going to New York? Come on, I'm going to go with you. I said, what? So he like, yes. So boom, we go to New York, and of course we stay at his mom's house.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I said, you don't gotta stay no way, come to my house.
Bro, the vibe of his mom was just like, I felt like she thought I was her son. And it wasn't just me, it was me, my brother Tay, my bro Ralph, shout out Ralph, and then it might have even been Chill B. Maybe.
Chill B came.
It was about 2 or 3 of us. You know, that came with us there, but we stayed at New York. It was definitely Ralph and I think Tay, but we went there, and she just treated us just like we were her sons, bro. And I don't know for what, man, but that was my mom, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was my mom. And the next time I got ready to go, I said, bro, I'm on my way to New York. He said, I can't go this time. I said, all right, bet. He said, still stay at my mom's.
Wow.
Go to New York. I don't think he even, like, North moving, he listened to what people saying on the phone, and he get off. He done forgot about that shit. Next thing he knows, I'm on your mom's, bro. I mean, he like, what? But it wasn't his, I mean, man, it was his dad too.
Wow.
And they just, you guys, y'all stay upstairs. Y'all got it. Y'all cool. And we stayed there overnight. And as a matter of fact, this particular night, it was me and my bro Ralphiel Few, man. Shout out to my brother Ralph, man, in Kentucky. Man, we was up in New York, and it was a terrible snowstorm, bro. But we was in this, we wanted to get home so bad, right? And we was like, bro, we just gonna leave. And North's dad was like, no. North's dad don't really speak a lot of English like that, bro.
I had to translate.
Yeah, but he thought it was so funny that me and Ralph was about to drive in this snowstorm. Me and Ralph laugh about this all the time. He shook his head and did this, like, no, it started cracking up. I'm like, damn. So they actually made us stay that night, and North's mom cooked us, bro. The plate, I can't describe this shit, because the plates of food that she prepares you, bro, are huge. Just, I want it right now. Every time I think about that, I'll be thinking like, damn, I'll need a plate, bro, because it was just full of rice. I'm talking about major rice. Oh my god, bro.
She's a baked bread in the morning for y'all.
Man, yeah, bro. Just
bread for them.
Man, just everything that he's saying, bro. Just a really lovely, amazing person, bro. That, you know, that's her son, bro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He embodies her, bro, for real.
Bro, that's truly amazing.
Yeah, bro.
That's truly amazing.
Great vibe.
So, also, while we on family, so like your brother, he also do music. He's a like Christian rapper.
Yeah, my little brother, Luis. Yep.
Yeah, I listened to one track called "I Wish." It was dope. I mean, I checked for him, and he also do stuff with what's it called, the city. What's it called, the city of Victory Kids. Yeah. So man, like shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Researching him, I found you, man. So, was religion like a part of your upbringing like more than what you learned here, or was it more or less like?
It was something. Yeah, it's something we had to do. We was forced to do. Yeah, because you know, in my culture on the Spanish side is usually Catholic.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then you go to Caribbean side, usually Baptist or something like that. You know what I mean? But we used to go to either all Catholic. I went to Catholic school, went to Catholic church. We didn't really learn nothing. I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. We just went. We heard nothing, but it was not really taught. With the Sunday school, they taught us, you know, the picture of the game and this is a lamb and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is a lamb.
They don't really teach you nothing. There's nothing taught. It's just a speech. It's like more motivational speaking. You know what I mean? Like a lot of, even with a lot of stuff today, there's more motivational speaking than learning.
Yeah. It is. It's no breakdown.
There's no breakdown to really break down to see the reason why this is happening. Why are you marching for? Like, marching ain't going to get us nowhere. It's not going to get us nowhere. We have to get back to the man who's making it happen, who's allowing these people to do that to us. It's the Most High. We got to get back good with him. And from that way, we got to change our ways from the wicked ways that the world has taught us. So we accepting this. Even from the lower level, eating pork and stuff, that's forbidden for the Most High. So you doing that, you're going against your father. Same when you're in the house. If your mom give you rules in the house to do something and you going out here, if your mom say wash dishes, you don't wash the dishes. She gonna be angry when you come back in 3 days. The dishes and you ain't do nothing. She gonna be upset. It's the same way with the relationship we have with the Most High. But you govern that. If you get back to the law, statute, commandments, and do the things you have to do to please the Heavenly Father, He'll uplift His curses on us. And that's as simple as that. We just gotta be obedient, and that's what we lack: obedience. And obedience going far away in everything you do. If you want to get real money, you got to be obedient. You want to do anything, you got to be obedient. You want a good relationship, you got to be obedient. You got to be disciplined. Right. And that's what people lack. And that's how sometimes when you discipline, that's how you can run circles around people. Right. And they be like, yo, you doing this? Oh, how you doing that? It's discipline. You set it up. You got to be disciplined in everything you do in your life. Like even before, like me and the Smebby talk, I'd be like the next day, back in the days, used to have people that call you during the day when you ain't doing stuff. Hey, what you doing? You know you had to do something today, but you haven't organized it. So people riding around like they'll call you. Hey, take me to the grocery store. Take me to this. Take me to that. Hey, what you doing? The next thing you know, at the end of the day, you be like, damn, I ain't get to do shit I have to do for that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't organize your day, and the way you do that, you organize your day the night before. So the day when the day come, if you got something at 2:00, somebody call you 2 o'clock. I got something to do at 2:00.
Yeah.
I got something to do at 3. My whole day is organized the night before. My day is organized weeks ahead. So nobody can call me no nonsense, no bullshit, bro. Okay, I got. Yo, I be in a zone. You smell know how we got something going on, bro. Nothing. I don't care what it is. I see it. I sleep it. I dream it. I can't even sleep at night sometimes.
Yeah.
Bro, because I want it so bad.
Yeah.
And it's like the hunger. Bro, I be like, but you gotta organize it to happen, to make it happen. So I organize. I gotta do this, that. I gotta take my son go to school. This. I gotta pick him up. Do this, that, and this and that, and this. Boom, boom, boom. My whole day done. And I'm from 8, eat this, boom, 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 boom. Sometimes you might slip, put it back on the list for the next day. I forgot to do this. Damn, let me roll it back the next day to handle that tomorrow.
A checklist.
And then check it down. Boom, 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 boom. Then you got to keep making dream boards. My whole joint. Dream board for this, dream for that, dream board for that. I got a dream board for mostly everything I want to accomplish. How I want this restaurant to look. How I want this. I want to make $1 million. I put it up how my lifestyle to look with $1 million. If I want to do that, when we hit the $1 million, we hit that. We hit this millions. How I'm gonna look with $5 million. You feel me, son? So yeah, I want to look this, that, who I want to help, what I want to do, who I want to donate to. Everything you think about, bro, you got to write it down. People always in my mind, no, you'll forget that shit quick, fast. You get hit up outside your head and forget everything. Man. If you got it written down, you know it already. You got to have a map.
I think it's important to see ourselves as chosen, too. You know what I'm saying?
You feel different. You feel different.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel like, and this is for all brothers and sisters, like, it's how you view yourself as chosen, and if you think that these good things are supposed to happen to you, you approach things as though you're supposed to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no negative. That's all. When I talk to Smed, if I even think anything that I call Smed, I'd be like, yo, bro, stop that shit.
Yeah.
Because what we learn, you got to be bigger than your problems. And then at the same time, when the problems, you always going to have problems, especially as an entrepreneur. It's always something, bro.
Yeah.
It's always something, boy. It's always something, bro. Right. So when a problem comes, you got to jump out that problem quickly. You got to come into problem-solving mode. Like, I hear the problem like, damn, that's messed up. But I don't sit in that problem all day. Right. I might sit in that problem for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A minute the most. I'm like, damn. Okay, so who I gotta call? I gotta call this person.
Yeah.
I'm already solving this problem.
Right.
I ain't gonna let this shit drag my whole day out. Yeah. You feel me, son?
Well, it's not a problem. It's a challenge.
It's a
An
challenge.
opportunity to overcome an obstacle.
Yeah, that's how I go. With me and Smed, I call my man Chan. Me and Chan go all day, and then also my man too, CEO Ron. Yeah. So my man Ron. So that's the people I bounce off all day. Like if you even think it, you feeling the funny, you're like, come on, bro, you sound stupid.
Yeah.
Like being defeated is like my crew is like the dumbest. What? Come on,
yeah.
Bro. That's just sound retarded. Like who speaks like that? You feel me?
I mean, like to me, like for instance, like you know, like to me also your track record of having this goal, completing it, having this goal, completing it, having it goal, completing it will give you the confidence.
Yeah, give you so and it give other people motivation too.
Yeah.
So that's why we doing stuff. People like that's never gonna happen. That pushed me more.
Yeah.
When people say it's not gonna happen, bro. That drive me crazy. Like, okay, I'm gonna let these niggas.
And not to go
all night, ride my dream boy, do that. Call Smack, call my man Chair. I mean, yo, what you can do with this, and they, cause you got people think you can do something by yourself. You got other people assist. If it's mentally, if it's physically, might be financially, but you always gotta have them people in your side that's gonna talk in your ear. Like when you feel like sometimes you feel like giving up. Like, this, man. This shit is bull. And then you be like, yo, bro, come on, bro. It's just a simple thing. You gotta have that coach. You gotta have that brother in your ear.
Yeah.
Or that sister in your ear telling you, or your wife, or somebody, you can keep going, baby. You can keep going. You can keep going. But a lot of times people get a dream, the first failure, then they quit. Or this will never work. Nah, it'll never work because you didn't give it a chance to work.
Right? Yeah.
Because you're gonna have, remember, you're gonna hear more no's and more failures than success. Right. But when you get to hit that success level, you'll forget all about them no's. Right. And all about the failures. You'll be like Smack, when we hit our money goals we hit, bro.
Yeah.
We was like,
that was legendary.
We was like, this shit. We forgot all about what happened 6 months ago, a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we just chilling. Now we just celebrating, chilling, and we on to the next.
Man,
like, what can we do now?
Another secret, and then another secret to me is prayer.
All day.
Prayer is amazing, and you get what you pray for. And if you are not afraid to come to the Most High for what you want. To me, I mean, I've heard people put limitations on prayer, like don't pray for material things or physical things.
Whatever you want.
To me, if it's in your heart and you don't come correct to the Most High, He sniffs it out as fake, and then you can just go on somewhere with that fake stuff. But if you got a son, and you know that your son want to ask you for something, but he ain't coming correct and being real about it, it'll be a little annoying. Yeah. You're like, bro, you tap dancing around and just come out and ask me what you want, bro.
Because that's in the third chapter. It says you have not because you don't ask and miss.
Man,
you don't ask for it. You tap dance.
People just come to the prayer and waste their prayer, but go ask the Most. He got whatever it is you need, bro. Like he don't give a damn about no material, nothing. He creates the material, the immaterial, spiritual, physical, mental, whatever it is that you need. Man, he give you help. I mean, some of these things may not work. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I think that if people use that a little bit more, I think it'll make a big difference in their life.
You put that in the forefront because I don't care what nobody say. Everybody, you believe whatever you want, but you can't control nothing. Right. Everybody be like, yo, they say, tell me what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Right. I mean, you might.
No, I'm saying, but you feel me? What I'm saying, like, tell me what's gonna happen tomorrow. When you gonna die?
Right.
That's the thing that everybody had when they gonna pass.
Right.
That's why I go hard as hell. Because right now I don't care about no party. I don't care about none of that nonsense. I care about I'm legacy building right now.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna leave behind.
Yeah.
So while you at the club chilling, because my mentor told me most people get rich on the time other people waste. That's why we ahead of the game. That's why we can do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
We get ahead on time people waste. While you at the club chilling, I'm reading a book, how to get better for the next day of my life. And then I'm gonna get that and package that up because I want to leave a trust fund to my kid. We want to leave them the trust for our kids, but we don't do that.
Like another thing, like you did, I felt, bro. I learned so much about you just sitting here that wasn't even in my notes. It's like amazing, bro. Yeah. But like also in 2009 you did the executive director banquet where you was doing prepaid.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
Bro, what else? Like,
and the good thing about that's a good thing. I learned a lot in there. In prepaid, I got personal development.
Like what? Yeah.
There's reading books for like learning like who Jim Rohn is, this other Zig Ziglar. I started reading more because they push personal development. Because remember, it's not the money and all that. It's who you become.
Right.
It's who you become to get the money. Because in order to get that meal ticket, I had to become a millionaire in my mind first. So remember, it's all about how you attract. You gotta speak it, see it, look at it, put it up. You see. Next thing you got it, but you gotta attract it, and it all starts in your mind. A lot of people don't have nothing because they don't think they can have it.
Right.
And you think of who you are. So if you think you're this person, and then you gotta give it time. Cause like with the Most High, you pray to the Most High. You just can't expect something right now.
Yeah.
You gotta pray, but you gotta stay righteous, walk a righteous path. Then when you do all the right things, then you get blessed with it. It's the same way with everything. You put it in the air, you attract it, you pay patient, you still make the right proper moves towards that goal. The next thing you know, you got it. Like we do it for everything. I do it for, if I want a certain crib where I want to live, I do it and I got it.
Yeah.
I want to drive a car.
We can manifest anything.
You want a certain car? Remember I told you, I want this crib with this food, this, I subscribe to it, boom, I got it. Hey, I want to drive this certain whip.
Man,
these whips I got.
we can manifest
Boom, you
anything.
got it. Hey, I want to go this. Yo, I want to hit about, me and him talk about when our business be going, that hey, I want to hit 500, I want to hit $1 million, we're going to do 2 million this year. Boom. We did it because we doing everything we supposed to do to get to that 2 million this year in sales or whatever. 2 million, or we want to profit 500,000, we want to profit $1 million. So we got to know if you want to profit that, we got to hit 2 or 3 million in sales to profit $1 million. You know what I mean? So we just focus on that, and I put it everywhere I see it. I go in the bathroom, brush my teeth, go in the bathroom, just open my phone, it's on the screensaver. People I talk to know the goals, so they yo, bro, you on track, you doing this, you doing that, you doing this. So everybody's included in it. And then you got to get your family included in it, because sometimes it takes away, grinding takes away from your household. It takes away, not financially, but it takes away emotionally. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, like
so
you spend so much time in your craft and your family ain't involved with everything. You just like,
you do just bullshit around. But if you include, I learned that in the book. You got to include everybody that's you close to into the dream. That when they buy into the dream, it goes faster that way too. So it's a lot of stuff you got to read, but a lot of people don't read. We try to read books, 3 books. I got this new challenge now. I'm about to do. Try to read about a book a week, or try to do a book a month. You know what I mean? For the next 6 months. But you just got to read information. Everything you watch. I don't even be on Facebook a lot. I don't post too much. Because to me, that's, unless I'm posting to get money or do something for promoting it, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm eating chicken today, or look, you know what I mean? Though I just don't. I think that's, to me. I think if you can sit up there, could you? I got caught into that joint sitting up there 4 hours on your phone, 2 hours strolling, look up like, oh shit, 2 hours went by. I wasted 2 hours of my life just looking at other people's lives that don't even have a life really. So it's a waste of time, son. So I started following stuff people I want to be like, or people I see the successful I want to be like.
which was also dope because you actually took that time in 2010 to where you started it was called the Team Money Matrix, where you started teaching people
how to do it. Yeah, I still got the Team Money Matrix stuff. So the Team Money Matrix, that's my team. My man Dino William Perry, that's my guy. That's one of my team guys I ride with. Yeah, we used to go on hard. My man Damon, my man Cash, he's still out here. That's what them guys.
Cash,
you know Cash was sight.
Yeah, I know Cash.
That's my man. That's one of my right hand man too.
I love Cash, man. Like,
Yeah.
I remember one time he had FaceTime me, and I had FaceTime, and like he at like a brother polite meeting. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What you doing, bro? Like, pay attention, like, man.
No, brother Cash, he was down with the Team Money Matrix. So we started going around. We did good in that. I still get, and the funny thing about it, I still get paid from that. I did 2010. I still get checks now, and that's called that residual. I didn't learn that. And every person I learned from my mentor, they said you ain't making money until you get residual, because that's something you did one time and you get paid for it over and over again.
Yeah.
Lifetime of that membership or that service. So if you got a big book of business, that's why the insurance game or like getting membership game, that's a good business to get into. That's the one part. If you do that part time and build a book of business, that could pay for your cars. Because remember, you always got to make your assets pay for your liabilities. You never just go make a liability pay for liability, because you never make money. That's how you stay paycheck to paycheck. So you always like, if I want something, I'd like to tell Smith, if I want to go buy like a car, like now I want to go get the Lambo.
Yeah.
But I'm not just going to buy the Lambo. I'm going to go buy an apartment building that's going to pay for the Lambo.
Right.
You feel me? So instead of me taking 50 G's to drop on this Lambo, I take 50 G's, drop on this apartment building, renovate it out, rent it out, $700-800 a month, make about $3,200 a month out of it. Then off my credit, go cop the landlord, let that building pay for the car.
Yeah.
And I'm not a negative. I'm still eating. I still got money coming in. The car paid for. Let that building pay off. Pay the car off. People don't think like that. Go get the car, this, and then you live. You don't really live. You live in an apartment.
Right.
Yeah.
To park the car, where you gonna park the whip at? You can't. You don't. You feel
I'm
me?
back.
Yeah.
All right. So we gotta start thinking. So I'm thinking. We gonna open something. It's all about thinking. We gotta reverse the thinking. The brothers, it's just all how you think, bro.
That's it.
So when you say like the hardest thing to like achieve is getting out your own way, it's not the
All that.
Yeah, like
It's you, because you will stop you. You be like, yo, this is a good idea, but now I don't think it's gonna work. One thing I like about Smed, my man Chan, and my man Ron and us, I don't care what people think about me. So I'm gonna do stuff I don't care. When you start buying people's opinion, then you buy their lifestyle. So is this person your lifestyle you want to live like, bro? So you got your uncle on the couch all day who play video game, drink, he never had a successful life financially. But wherever you want to be at, so you're gonna go ask him financial help. What he think about the opportunity? He gonna give you his opinion. Oh, that shit ain't gonna work. He never did shit in his life. So why you gonna take his opinion? You buy his opinion, you buy his lifestyle. Because you gonna be the next person sitting on the couch with him playing the games. If you keep listening to him.
And this is one thing that I do want to say, man, for people, like, if you are listening to this, like, don't think that this information ain't for you. Like, man, when somebody that's doing all right say something, listen and apply it. But a lot of times people be like, oh, man, that shit ain't gonna work. That ain't for me. That ain't for me, man. Praying don't work, man.
I was doing things. I was making bread. We was making a lot of money what we was doing. But when they taught me to read, he said, you gotta read stuff that you do. Get a mentor. Once I got that, man, I made 10 times the money the next year. So if we made 100,000 this year, the next year we made close to $1 million from the same shit I was doing before I started doing this.
Right.
The same thing. So that's why I know is how you think, because my thinking changed. So we going 100,000-200,000 that year, Smith.
Yeah.
And then the next year, because I read 12 books that year, I made close to $1 million.
Yeah.
It's how you think about it.
Yeah, that was the level up. I mean,
It's level up. I got taught that. I got taught it. So at first I'm thinking, I'm like, I could do this myself. I could do this, and then you learn you need a team.
Right.
I can't be the person that the cook, the chef, the butler, this, that. It's not gonna work.
I think me and Smed have spoken on that before, where like, for instance, like it's really a disservice, like how like public school teach our kids. You in one room by yourself to test, and you go to places like China where they do, like they grade with the whole class. If the whole class don't pass, then none don't pass. So it's like you all dependent on each other.
Yeah.
Such as like if you're not particularly good at math, and you don't want to go learn math, you got enough money to, you could pay an accountant to take care of your affairs. You won't want to, but I'm saying like, but you can hire help in order to get the task done. But
yeah, for sure.
You are by yourself. You're by your own. Yeah.
That's why people get heart attack, get stressed out. I did it. I was stressed out. I'm doing it. I got a payroll. I'm doing payroll. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm running around doing this. I'm doing that. And on top of that, at the time I think I was married. And I had to be a husband. Then I had to be a father. And I got to be. Man, that shit was crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. But then you got to start learning how to level. It's called leverage. Mm-hmm. Remember, he said, I'd rather have 100 people doing 1% than me doing 100% myself. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you still get the 100%. But now, less stress.
Right.
Less time. So now you get him, he good at that. Don't make him do nothing else. If he's good at this, why you force him to be that and that? Mm-hmm. If he do this very well, then he do this very well. Then we will get somebody else to do that. And that's how the team moves smoothly. That's why a lot of places people be frustrated in the job site. Oh, he got me doing this and I'm doing this job. Nah. If you get a person he's good at, find what they're good at, and then that's where a good leader comes in. You got to find the traits in people. Mm-hmm. Then you got to explode that out of them.
So I guess in 2011, is that when you first got the Kiwi?
Yeah, 2011. Yeah, I got the Kiwi. That's when me and my brother told me we was going to Cleveland, and then we driving by there. Mm-hmm. We said we should get a restaurant, and then we just drove by. It was the Kiwi empty, and there was a number there. And I said, "Yo, that's when I told the conversation me and my brother had." Mm-hmm. And then it came up, and then we got the Kiwi spot.
Right. So you hired one of our brothers as a friend of the show, which is KD.
Oh, KD was my man. Yeah, KD Dollar all day.
KD is like one of the most entertaining people, like, period.
Yeah,
like,
KD high energy.
Yeah, so, which I found was dope was, you know what I'm saying, like, you're the owner of the store, but you back there cooking, and it's like,
yeah.
One thing I always respected was the boss didn't get their hands dirty. So I'll come in here one day to, you know, like edit some videos, something like that, and Smay to be out there working the press by himself, sweating, working the press. Ain't nobody in here like Smay. You got nobody in here? Nah, bro. I sit all their ass on. Y'all pressing up and doing it. Like, I mean,
KD's one of the guys. KD, cause me and KD, that's like my brother too. Like, I love KD to death.
Shout out to KD. Man.
Yeah, all day, cause he helped me hand in hand at times. He was like neck and neck with me with Agnes, a lot of stuff. KD's on my record label and everything. Took him around, did shows everywhere. KD come to New York, everything.
Yeah.
Me and KD like tight. And people don't know that's like my brother.
Yeah, word up, bro. So then in 2012 you used the Webster Street location. What's the reason why
you said Webster? Which one?
It was 2012 the Webster Street location.
No, I stayed that one for a couple years. Probably another business I had.
Okay. Okay, but well.
Right Dunbar. Did you go to Right Dunbar next?
Nah, that was after. Remember, I was moving downtown after I left Kiwi. Because they sold the building. Because what was happening to me at the point was we were getting the building and they were selling. And then the owners that wanted the building would tell us when our lease come up, they won't renew it, so I have to go. That happened to me like 3 times. You feel me?
Right.
So then we got downtown. We was going to go to the 111 where my boy Meech at right now. Mm-hmm. We was going there first, but it wasn't ready. Then we went to the PNC in the basement.
Okay.
For a year. Then when the 111 got, we moved to the 111 from the PNC.
So we was in the PNC building. Is that when y'all was on the Living Day TV show?
Yeah, I did a Living Day. Yeah, that's because that was the beginning of the Living Day. And then my man Chef Hair was helping me with a lot of different things. He taught me more about the culinary part of stuff. You feel me?
So like he had the formal training too. Cause like I saw a picture where like you gave him like you know what I'm saying? It was like his what they call it? It was like a chef jacket and like. It was like 3 years later, he's like, man, I missed this spot.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my guy.
Yeah, man.
He helped me. He taught me a lot on the culinary part because he was getting busy. Mm-hmm. And I said, damn, I like that guy. You can't deny when somebody doing
good.
When somebody doing good, you gotta shout him out, bro. Mm-hmm. At that time, he was doing his thing, and I was like, damn, he was chefing. He came in there. I had him training my staff first, like the knife game. He taught me about knife. He was just training, so I was paying him for the training. Then all of a sudden, we got cool, and then we did a couple of events. Then we won some awards for the events, for like my lemonade and my lamb burger and stuff like that. So we took it to another level. So he showed me that though.
Wow.
Damn.
He showed me how to do it. He showed me that game.
Yeah. So also I think it was before like y'all won the award is when Mayor Gary, what's his name, Little did a video and he literally was sponsoring y'all stuff saying like, yo, like this is the best food. Then the third. And I was like, I've never seen nobody get no cosign from like the mayor or something like that when they get like a restaurant. I mean, was that just his own? Because like y'all already in the 111 building at like this point in time. It was just him trying it, and then they got the cameras in his face. He was like, "Yo, like this is."
Yeah, he just tried it. He was doing it on himself.
That's super dope, man. So like, so how do you feel like getting that cosign? Because I'm pretty sure like that brought out
other
demographic.
Yeah, all day. Because the other demographic always mess with us. Because a lot of the other demographic always travel to Caribbeans, so they know the culture, the food, and all that stuff. You feel me? Mm-hmm. When I had to do it, we had to introduce it more to our people here, because they're not used to that. You know, some curry goat and some oxtail. It sound crazy.
Yeah.
Like eating a goat, eating an oxtail.
You try it.
Yeah, but when you eat it, it's pretty good. Lamb and all that stuff.
Thank God for Cypher, man, because he got me out of that early.
Cypher cook his butt off too, especially the parties at his crib.
Oh my, look, like you feel me? I'm at his crib and he got something that look like beef or whatever. I'm like, yo, that look good. Try it. I'm like, man, what is it? He always plays like that.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, eat it, man. Just eat it. So I eat it, bro. It's amazing, bro. He's like, yeah, oxtail. I'm like, I love it. Like,
right.
I've done it ever since. So. Yeah, shout out to him and Bosco.
Bosco my man too, from Jamaica,
Yeah, man.
Bosco too, Kev and all them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kev, man. Shout out to Kev. Kev, I'm still sorry about wrecking that car, man. I still love you, bro. In 2013, y'all won the People's Choice Awards for the 2013 Taste of Miami Valley.
Yes.
So, what was it like a whole like event happening, or was it like?
It was a big event. It was like a 2-day event. Mm-hmm. So out of the 2-day vendor, I think it was like 20 vendors down there, and out of all the vendors, everybody liked us the best.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
We took off from there. And a lot of people the store started getting busy when we won that award. Because out of everybody, all the food overall, they liked us.
Yeah. So also, so like y'all started the food truck then, like during that time, and then like after y'all got First Fridays. We need First Fridays back.
Yeah.
So the very first Fridays event, like y'all got the food truck at this point in time, like in 2013.
Yeah, that was about 2013. Cause we had the food truck. Cause we had
all you needed to do the vendor thing like you did when you won an event. So you already had.
Yeah, but that time when on the event this, me with Chef Ed and stuff, we just went out there straight up.
Mm-hmm.
We just went and got a grill. We had the whole setup like with a tent.
Oh, wow.
We had a food truck there. I think we had the food truck the year after.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, so like, does that come from like, for instance, so you like to do the block parties like that? Is that like a New York kind of thing where like the block party is a part of the?
Yeah, I love that joint.
Yeah, cause
I love being with the people. It's the action. I just love the action, bro.
Yeah, cause like that's something that like Syph always did. Like he would just have like an anniversary party and everybody there.
Same thing with the party. We just cook. You come to my joint, we just cook food. Everybody come over, playing music, just playing cards, whatever.
Another thing you did was the charity event for the ladies of Delta.
Yeah.
So, what is the importance of giving back to you?
It's everything. You can't receive it, you don't get back. So I try to get back on. I try to get back on on all types of levels. If people need some homeless shelters, whatever. If somebody need assistance on paying rent, if a sister need this, whatever. If it's in our means, we do it. And I'm about to start the Agnes and my dad scholarship. I'm gonna go back to Central State to do that though, for like books and stuff. You feel me?
I saw the $1,000 like recipient of an award there. I don't know if it was.
I think we gave that away one time a minute ago.
So in 2014, y'all was featured in bizjournals.com.
Yeah.
So it's like y'all getting all this great notoriety, and it's like you started off for engineering. Like, so what was the focus of, like, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, like, people get so stumped in their very first endeavor. Like, I went to school for automotive, and I ended up learning how to research. And I learned a lot more life lessons in college that benefited me more than me learning how to fix a car, right? So what were some things that you picked up that benefited you, period, in college? That even though, like, it don't translate on paper, but what are things, like, you picked up in college that came to, like, the curriculum that you use every single day?
It's just how just learning people, like, you know what I mean, how to treat people. I learned that because everybody it's just different. So I'm telling you, from New York, I expect everybody to be a certain way. But college taught me to slow down, look, different demographics, how people are. So once you learn people, that's how you can win them too at the same time. So just learning people because it was just different. The culture was different. How to adapt to other cultures and different demographics and stuff. It was just different for me. We come from high energy, different cultures, Spanish music playing, Caribbean music playing, hip hop playing all day long. You know what I mean? Then come here, it's like it was crickets, bro. it was just.
And not the tavern, y'all. It was cricket tavern.
But it was just a shocker. When I learned how to just calm down, chill, and see things, you know what I mean? See things past what it is, and that's when I started becoming like a visionary wise type stuff.
So, like, another part that I thought was brilliant was the fact that, like, Cold Beer and Cheeseburger was just leaving when y'all came in the building. Well, when y'all came, like, downtown.
We put our food truck right across the street from them.
So
yeah. So we was killing them by the bus stop over there.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, like, thought process with that was like, literally, I'm about to monopoly this block. Like, this is my block now.
Yeah. Cause we saw they was closed, so we was like, man, all the people from the bus stop, where they gonna go?
Right.
And they came to us right across the street. So we sat right across the street from them until they shut down. You feel me? And then set up shop.
So Hood and Smed make a lot of guest appearances in your story, such as they did the Agnes. Hood made the Agnes imprint, and then he made the T-shirt.
Yeah, all that.
So
keep it in circles, son.
Yeah.
Why would I go outside of my boys?
Yeah.
To do something. Why would I go pay somebody else and my boys them do logos and my boys them do shirts?
Right.
That's like retarded to me. to do that. Like,
Right.
why can't I keep the money in my feed my boy family, you know? And then after that, they come eat at the store. So we all spending the same bread.
Yeah.
It's mad cycling.
Seriously.
A lot of young boys can learn from that, man.
Yeah, because people don't support each other. I don't know why. That's another part of the curses. We don't like to see each other rise up.
Well, and like I don't know, like me, Hood and North, like bro, we spend Passover together, our families and our families and our kids and everybody. You know what I'm saying, for years. And another big part of this story that I don't want to leave out, just in case, is our brother Nate, who's living in Mexico right now. But he's like our high priest.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And then he lived with North for a while, then he started staying with me for a while. But like, bro, he just
elder.
He our elder.
He kept us in line. Like when we try to go further out, he bring us back to you know what I mean, on the spirituality tip. He'll keep us grounded.
Yeah, brother Nate became damn near like my pops.
Yeah, all that.
Like I definitely see that, and I think he always looked at me like definitely like a little brother, but he might have even looked at me kind of like in a son, as in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was just around, and I think brother Nate, like his vibe and his spirit, bro.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Smooth.
Man, right. But at the same time, like he's like the most, like people that don't know him, they probably think like he just all serious, but he just like a funny dude, bro. That's just cool, bro.
Time, bro.
All day, man. Gotta bring up brother Nate.
I had Bible classes and stuff I used to teach out here, even before, back in the day, before everybody even knew about it.
Yeah.
It was like I was like the first one preaching on the streets here in Dayton about it. What? About who we are. Yeah, we was in Columbus too. We was set up shop in Columbus back in the day. This is in 1990s. You feel
No,
me?
yeah, I think we probably at least did 10 Passovers. I mean,
Or more.
yeah, 10 or more. But it started like way back when you was living on Fountain.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. Yeah.
So that's where we was at first. We was coming over there for about 3 years.
Yeah, then we moved to your crib where you was on the other side.
Yeah, then we
by the hospital.
Yeah, then we started doing our studies there. We did that for a few years.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then we had the big studies at my crib.
Yeah.
Remember we rented that church out.
Yeah, we rented
go
the
on and on,
church.
son.
Yeah, we did. But I mean, the house on when you got to like the Edgewood area over there,
Yeah.
that's when we was really like revving it up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all that.
Oh yeah, like we had like nice gatherings over there where we just kicked it. Man, North is a for real chef, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, this dude, like our Passover dinners.
Oh, bro,
Man.
that be slapping.
Huge.
Man, are you kidding me?
Award-winning Passover dinner.
Bro, my daughters, man, like right now, still be like, man, they asked North the other day, can he make some Passover bread? One day they heard I was talking to him on the phone. This like couldn't have been more than a week ago. They're like, how do we make that Passover bread?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like we really was teeing up doing some cool stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Another true show character was when like Maryland Grill had opened up like next door to like a spot.
Right next to the list. She was up the block right next to the list.
And you was the first one to repost and stuff like, yo, go support her in the third. Like,
Yeah. I went down there and met him and stuff. He's cool, brother.
yeah, I mean, like a lot of people feel like, you know what I'm saying, like they're in competition with other people. Like just like when I had Tate Winston on here, a legendary interview that I just had on here, and she had got to a whole bag of people stealing your idea and taking your idea in the third. But me and Smith have a saying where it's like they're gonna take your idea if you stop doing it.
Yeah.
But the point is, but the idea stuff, cause I set up a lot of trends today being here. But I don't like food trucks. We was like it was us and another food truck, Cortland, but we made it popular here. Like the guys in the truck, red truck, pull up. We pull up at every club. Me, and my brother, and all that stuff. Then everybody started getting food trucks. We set the path for that. So you should be happy sometimes when people you lay the dirt down that everybody they say them brothers could do it. I could do it. Then when you see everybody doing it, I feel cool about that. I don't care about nobody. I don't feel like they stealing nothing from me if they do it. If I do it, I don't even care. And then I call them back to support them. Like, yeah, what you need, they support any advice on what to do, call me, hit me up, I show you the ropes.
Man, you know, like Red Top Mills, that's one of my best friend type people, bro. You know, like I go in there and I buy shirts from them all the time. But this is when I first came out. Now, I went down there and started kind of like that relationship with them. Yeah. But from there, now we just laugh and talk about all kind of stuff, man. Customers, how our customers be so ratchet and all that. But, man, we love each other, man. You know what I mean? So, oh, yeah. So I just think creativity. When you're creative, there's no competition, man. There's no...
And then you need to team up with people.
Yeah, I mean,
you can help a person.
Yeah.
Like when Maryland opened, I went down there and introduced and shout them out. Why would I be in competition with my brother or my sister? And then the list was on there. I was talking about let's take over the block. Now it's 3 black restaurants right here.
Yeah.
They started something downtown. We had the Downtown Browns. You feel me? And we had a punch card. You go to any black store down here. I think the 10th one.
Yeah, that was cold. When you was in 111.
Yeah, that was 111.
Yeah, I remember that. That was sweet.
We got to stick together. We don't stick together. When you divide, we got the division mentality. That's why we can't come up. That's why our communities is worse. That's why we got other nationalities in our communities selling to us. Because we'd rather go to them than the other. You know, the other brother can have the same exact store across the street with better products, and you still won't go. Because you don't want to see that brother family eat on some corny stuff, bro.
Yeah.
But when you go to this man that don't, you go to other coaches that don't support your community, don't give nothing back into your neighborhood, don't care about your kids or nothing, don't care about their school system, but you'll make them rich and be happy though with doing it. On the way there, I gotta go there and buy this. Like, come on, bro. You gotta think, gotta get more conscious, bro. Why would you beefing with each other? We need to big it up. So now it was me, it was the list down there, then it was me. Then it come Maryland, that's even better. Now, who else could we get down here?
The lady at Third Park.
Shelly Shell.
They was down there. She was on the other corner. We was on this corner. Jasmine Duke was there. There was another beauty box. I can't remember her name, but she was there. It was just different businesses. Then we had Kate was down there with the cakes. Yeah. So it was all
Studio 816 down there too at that time.
Yeah. Like that's where
I think they was down there. They came. They started
beauty bar. It's got a beauty bar.
Beauty bar stuff. Yeah. They came. It was all that. Then we made a little crew together. You feel me? So we trying to see who else we can get. You feel me? Who else can come in? Any building empty, we like yo, who we can put in there.
Well, yeah. Once you get a cluster of like businesses, yeah, man, it's gonna attract same thing as a Miller Lane concept. All those restaurants are out there to support each other, not necessarily be in competition. Because it brings the customers out there knowing that there's a lot of places to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the attraction.
Like you go to your business, like obviously you go to the mall.
Yeah.
You know, have you in the food court. You know, it's gonna be other restaurants literally right next door to you.
Want that, so they're gonna drip off. You're gonna get other people drip.
Yeah, exactly. And they get yours.
By default, by default. I don't want it. Man, they got that there, eat it.
Yeah. Yep.
So a couple more key notable things here, but man, like your stuff is bad, bro. You got 2015, you got the Nan Welly. She had your cosign too on the food. You got 2016 newspaper, but it's something I want to also bring up since we all Black Fathers here. Because back in 2014, we had all those police shoots, stuff like that. I mean, how scared were you raising like kids in this Trump era? Like,
at first you want to think about it. It's on the top of your mind, but I just try to bring positivity. You got to educate them what to do, what not to say. Cop pull over. My brother told me this when we was little.
Give me an example of something like your brother told you.
My brother told me as soon as you get pulled over, like my brother Peter told us this a long time ago, when we was little. So as soon as the cop pull you over, always take your eye. Don't pull it out when he gets to the window. It should already be on the dashboard. The lights should be on. Cut your inside lights on. Don't reach for nothing. Have your insurance, your ID, everything on the top, right by your steering wheel, and then have your hands on your steering wheel and have your window rolled down, off the rip. So when they ask for it, reach right there. They see that and they give it to them. So stuff like that, and it's stuff like that too. You gotta obey. Even though we hate the cops and all that, the cops do stuff, you know what I mean? Do stupid stuff, do a lot of dumb stuff. It's more empowered stuff, and it's a spiritual warfare too. Why they doing that to us? You feel me? But at the same time, You gotta. If they say something, just listen. You feel me? You gotta listen. Most times you get jumped when they don't say, when you go against what they said. Now they want to rough you up. Don't give them, because listen, you get roughed up, you still gonna go to jail.
Yep.
So don't give them a reason to do so. So that's why I teach. Don't give nobody the reason. If you say, hey, get out the car or something, if you just get out, just do this, put your hands up, put it down. Don't be like, what the fuck, what you doing to me, man? I don't deserve.
Right.
Yo, just
this
shut
is
up,
the
bro.
best advice I ever heard in my life.
Because even in the
That's
Bible
grown
said, when you a
talking
stranger
right
in another
there.
land, agree with your adversary quickly, or if you don't, he'll beat you and put you in prison.
Yep.
So agree with him quickly. Hey, you want this? Don't. I ain't say take away your dignity and your manhood. That ain't going down. But at the point, basic instructions, and that comes from the household when you raise your kids. If he ain't listen to your mama, he definitely ain't listen to this person.
And ain't you just trying to be about your way? So finesse every which way you can, bro. The finesse is to have your ID out,
just have it. You know this.
give him their stuff, and then get on up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And treat them with respect.
Because the key right now is to leave alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be writing dead. I'd rather be.
And I don't want to be beat up in jail.
Yeah.
I don't want to be none of that. I don't want to go there and have to go to the hospital first, then still get locked up. This your ID. Give me your ID. If you know your car that registered, why are you driving it, bro? Don't give them no reason to be a fault.
Yeah.
You can't give them a reason because they gonna take it. If you give them a reason, they gonna take it, bro.
My OG told me, never break 2 laws at once and you gonna be all right. That's what OG told me. Like, if you driving with no license, don't be speeding.
Don't be speeding. Yeah. That's real talk, bro.
Right, like, never break 2 laws at once and you gonna be all right.
Then you know if you speed and then you get pulled up. What you pull me over for?
Yeah.
You're
license.
even license insurance. I don't got a license. I left. Bro, you looking to get beat up, bro. Or you looking to get taken out.
Exactly.
You got to try. Even though they still, even though some brothers still was doing nothing, they still got taken out. But you got to try to lower the lowest as possible. You feel me?
Yeah,
the lowest, bro. The low. I give them the lowest 10. Cop. It's so crazy. We ride around legal. We'll drive our cop and still be nervous.
Yup.
I be like, damn, that cop.
Myself included.
Cop was riding behind me the other day. I was like, what the hell are you thinking about? Why he still behind me?
You ain't still follow me.
It was like 10 blocks, yo. Turn already. You feel me?
Like, am I legal?
Yeah, that's like you start thinking stuff like this. Shit, dude. Is my place registered? Yo, did anything happen?
I didn't miss a ticket or nothing.
Yo, bro, that's how much fear it's still in us, regardless. But I try to minimize what they could do. You feel me? To the best I can.
Right. So, a couple more things. So, you got the Fly Media Hood Project. Hood always come back and every
all day.
Also, you helped with the Rapid Fire Pizza in 2017.
Yeah, some partners I got into that with.
Aaron Lumpkin and Nathan.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Lumpkin is a good guy to me. Because when I fell, because every success you hit bottom, he helped me.
Right.
He helped me when I was on the bottom.
Okay.
Until you know what I mean? So Aaron, that's my dude right there.
You started the KJ Naturals. Is that you?
No. That's somebody I know. Yeah.
You promote.
I promoted that.
He got his hands in everything. He was in 2019, the Soul Vegan blog, where like they was saying like this is the first vegan.
Yeah, we had the vegan. Yeah, me and another young lady.
Yeah.
Kula. She's a good cook too. We had a vegan spot for a few years.
That's super dope.
Yeah, man. Shout out Cooler.
Cool. The end of the era was in 2018 when you left the Dayton Mall finally. So
I just left the Dayton Mall this year.
Oh. Well,
I got to the Dayton Mall in 2018.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, got it too. I did. And did it 3 years, and it's.
Well, the lease up, were you just like I was done with it?
Yeah, it was up, but it was this. It was. I didn't want to renew it because it's. I'm trying to shout out bad, but it's not. I can't give the money I think about there. What I want to get there, I can't get it there at this rate right now. Right. So
the mall era is slowly coming to an end.
All the shopping online, all this. Yeah. It's tough. You feel me? In the mall, and we depend on people coming to the mall. So if you don't come to the mall, and then you inside the mall, how people want to see you just drive? Nobody can just drive by and see you.
So here at Legendary People Podcast, there's a thing called the Butterfly Effect, where you either said something that I felt that was truly inspiring, or something in your story that was truly inspiring. We've already just gave your flowers the whole time about everything you did has been legendary, ahead of the curve and everything like that. But like you transitioned from these different places, such as you
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got the same spot. You know what I'm saying? You venture from Dayton Mall to now. I'm saying you got the food truck and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You doing other stuff that's truly inspiring. But the most part that I found that is you didn't stay in one sector of anything. You didn't limit yourself to one option. You left it out with 100 million options to get $100 million, man.
Yeah, because most millionaires, you gotta have 7 different streams of income in 7 different industries. Because one industry down, the next industry will pick up. So you gotta start thinking different streams. Like right now, even I teamed up with my man Cristo Original. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, I got the gems.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So we opened up the gems not too long ago. So clothing is my favorite thing anyway. So I like the fashion joint. You know what I mean? So,
Fly.
The stuff we wearing, you feel me?
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? He got me fleet today.
Yeah. So we got my line is called Energy. So I got the Energy line right here doing good. So we got the Energy shirts. I got the Entrepreneur shirts. We got the Go Getter shirts. So we sell a lot of these. These are our most popular tees right there, the hats and everything. So we doing good with that.
Yeah.
We got the food industry. Then we still got the real estate. I got car lots. So I got car businesses. So we got in every industry we have something going on. And we do the crypto, you know, of course,
Sure.
all that stuff online. It's a whole lot of stuff, bro.
Man.
But you got to keep busy because a lot of people waste time. I told you, doing nothing.
Yeah.
But you educate yourself and jump into the industry, test it out, tap it out, then you see how it go.
I definitely learned a lot from that interview, man. Besides what you just named right there, is there anything else that's next, man? A book in the works. A book, come on, man.
Because I have a something in the makings with a Netflix deal from how I grew up in New York, from my street stuff with I didn't elaborate too much on that today,
Right.
but it's from the face that thing I told you about. So we had something in the makings, me and my crew home. So we contemplated if we gonna do it or not. So stuff like that. So we got that in the makings, and also I got a Brooklyn Gems about to open in Brooklyn. The Gems, I'm taking the same Gems to Brooklyn. And I got the Agnes on my mom's block, son. I got the store on the corner.
Yeah.
So I got that opening too. So we got it's gonna be like a salad and juice bar, and then we're gonna have the Agnes food right there in that joint. So that's opening now. We got that in the makings right now.
That's hard. Now the viral question of the day. So look, you already passed the interview, right? I can ask you a viral question. How does like $1 million plus entrepreneur look at people doing the crate challenge?
The crate?
Look, are you into the crate challenge?
What the crate? What is that, y'all?
Where the people is walking up the crates and they might fall over if they don't
I think I
get
seen
all the
that
way
one
down.
time. I don't really pay attention to that shit.
That lets you know what you should be doing if you're watching the crate challenge. Thank you. That's a perfect answer. Man.
Yeah, the crate. What the hell is that?
Bro, don't worry, y'all. We're gonna show them off screen.
Yeah, also hit my shorty truck. She got the Aquazines food truck, which she sell the stuffed chicken and waffles. We've been jumping. That's her helping her right now. We've been popping that a whole lot.
Oh wow,
Stuffed chicken and waffles.
It's real good.
Go to aquazines.com. Check us out.
that's hard.
Is there?
Man, anything for you, bro? I mean, we want that too.
And also too, my man Taco Street in the Fairfield Mall.
Taco
My man Chan.
Yeah.
Check him out. I could go on and on.
Man,
Gems, come to Agnes.
I think, man, the only thing I got, man, is just, I don't know, just tell you publicly, bro, how proud I am of you. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's really admirable that you holding your mom down the way that you are. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know that you lost your mom, and I lost my mom, and I know that a lot of the stuff that I do, my mom is always a part of it, whether I just got her hanging up as my model, like,
Yeah.
she gonna always be a part of what I do. But for you to carry your mom's torch like that, and just make her name live on, bro, and then never let up off of it, no matter what type of twists and turns. Because, like you said, it's always something in business. People think we just got it sweet, and it's not like that all the time, bro. Like, you got to be able to adjust, and I think that you adjusted greatly, bro. And then not only do you make your mom's memory and honor her just by making her food and stuff and naming your restaurant after her, you always got your brothers working with you. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You make sure that they good too. So you know what I'm saying? I know how hard it can be to be a spark plug for everything around you. And so I just want to salute you and tell you to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't, even when you feel like it might be slow or you ain't sure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is much bigger than you. Like, you are going for your legacy right now, and you got your son working there too.
Yeah.
So I salute to you. You are my big brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we talk about shit all the time, but this is just important for me to say to you on air is that I love you. I love you, bro. You my big bro, man, forever, for sure. Yes, sir. That's it.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Dad's Resource. We here every Sunday at 8:00 p.m. for Sell Stocks Not Dope. You know, I'm giving out a couple little picks or stuff like that where you can make some easy money. But yeah, man, it was a legendary interview, man.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, damn, bro.
No doubt, y'all.
Like and subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell notification, man. We out of here.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, bro, it was hard, bro. Yeah, because, bro, it was way more stuff I had to do. I was like, bro,
That's legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff. Yeah.